So first of all, I just want to ask you a couple of questions. Who in here is running a business that either sells a product or sells a service? Pretty much. And who of you totally believe in your product and service and would like to get more people to buy it from you? Yeah, pretty much good. That's where we mostly are if we're running any kind of business, small business, medium, large businesses, with all this noise going on. So the reason I wanted to talk today, I'm going to wait till she finishes. The reason I wanted to share with you today was just because of my business turning completely round about 3 years ago, when I decided to stop chasing the money. And it wasn't the message that I was being told. It wasn't the message I was being shared with. So I want to ask you a few questions. I'm going to take you to where you might be now. Potentially, you're very good at getting sales calls. You're very good at getting people to book in with you and to come to a call with you. In fact, your calendar might even be full. You might have a calendar full of calls that have been booked. The trouble is that when you get to those calls, you find that the person who's sitting opposite you has come because she wants to sell to you, or he does, and they have no intention of buying from you in the first place. Or possibly you're someone who is very good at trying all sorts of different techniques. You've followed different gurus, you've tried their sales scripts, you've even put them into your own words. So they feel like you're selling your service, but actually when you get on those sales calls, you feel kind of salesy, you feel kind of pushy, and it just doesn't resonate with you. It feels like you're selling a service that isn't you. And because of that, because of the discomfort that you might feel, the person on the other side feels that discomfort too. And they aren't sure that they want to buy your service because they're not sure that you believe in it fully. But where would you like to be instead? Wouldn't you like to wake up on a Monday morning knowing that there are calls booked in your diary for people who want to buy your service or your product? But actually, they're coming to that call because they've already decided before they even met you that they wanted to buy. They're really coming to meet you just to make sure, just the icing on the cake, are you the right person for them to work with? But to be honest, they already believe. It's already a yes before they came into that call with you. Potentially, you're not even making those calls yourself. You've got somebody else doing it for you because you're out there doing what you really love to do, which is working with your clients. But because of the way that you sell and because of the product you serve, the people you serve, because you believe in it so much, the person who's working for you to do those sales calls is able to go out there and share your magic with your customers and help you to sell your service and products. Now, if you're in the first place where you've got those calls coming in but you're not selling, and you want to be in the place where actually you're selling before you've even got into the calls with people, how are you going to get there? Well, I believe you get there by the power of your purpose, by the power of your heart message. And what do I mean by that? Well, I mean the belief inside of you about your service, about the thing that you do that is so strong that no matter what hurricanes come your way, no matter what difficulties you face, nothing changes that belief. If you can power your sales by the belief that goes right from top to bottom, so much so that when people meet you and when they listen to you talking, they know the value of what you serve because of the power behind your message, then that changes everything. And there are various strategies that you can take to make sure that happens, so that when you see somebody, when you meet somebody, before you even open your mouth, they believe in you. And there are other strategies that you can take where you start to build a residual income, a recurring revenue. So from day one almost, your business is successful. You're seeing the money come in, and month by month you're seeing it grow. Before you're even going out there and doing those big calls, your business is beginning to succeed from day one. And I'm just going to talk to you about a few ways that you can do that you can change things around so that you're not looking at a business where there's a feast and famine cycle. You're not doing a big push and getting some clients and then nothing. and then you're having to work it all over again. What we're looking at today is a way that your business can succeed month by month by growing that revenue coming in, by having people who are your full-time supporters who will go out there and find people to work with you because they enjoy working with you. You're not even having to ask them to do it because they actually want to do it. There's nothing better that I love than going on LinkedIn in the morning and having a message from somebody saying, do you know what, I just met Sue. She's talking about you. She can't stop talking about you. Can I have a call? And you go to that call and the excitement that you feel already inside of you is like, it's just magic. So let's have a little look at how that can happen in your business and how it can take you from the feast and famine cycle into an ongoing, recurring and increasing revenue day by day, okay? I haven't got a lot of slides because I don't actually believe in slides, and I have to say I normally move around the hall, so I'm finding it quite difficult just to stand here, but I know you won't hear me if I go over there. So let's have a look. How does this one work? How does it work? There's somebody here. Do it myself. Start off. So one of the things that I teach my clients, and I run a community called Succeed from the Start. It's a business community. And actually, before I go there, let me tell you that 6 years ago, I was running two pretty successful face-to-face businesses. One was a weight loss business, and one was a jewelry crafting business where I used to run workshops and so on. And then, of course, in February 2020, what happened? The doors closed. And all my face-to-face clients disappeared. And I had two choices. One was ride the storm, hopefully see what would happen, might come up. Actually, that wasn't really an option for me because I needed the money. The other one was to go online, run a virtual business. Now, I wasn't at that point really looking at virtual businesses. I'd never done one before. I didn't even know what Zoom was. I'd never heard of it. Of course, we all started becoming comfortable with Zoom, didn't we? So what I did was I went out there to find somebody that would help me to do something online. And I met a lovely guy, really lovely Welsh guy, lilting accent, very, very trustable. And he told me that he could change my business, my weight loss business, into an overnight success. Within 3 to 6 months that I would be earning a 6-figure income. And all I needed to do was to follow the strategy and the steps that he was putting in front of me. And as long as I did that, I'd be absolutely fine, because he said everybody needs to lose weight. Well, not everybody, but lots of people need to lose weight, and whether it's lockdown or not, they're still going to need to lose weight. But I don't know if you remember, most people did not want to lose weight during lockdown. They couldn't care less. They were wearing their pajamas below the screen, and actually they were having parties. They were having quiz nights with the wine here and the crisps in it. They did not care. And I have to say, it was the worst possible time that I could have chosen to run a weight loss business. They didn't even want to think about afterwards. So there was I, trying to follow this guy's strategies and all the things he was telling me, desperately trying to go out there and bring in these people who apparently wanted to lose weight, and finding like nothing. It felt like I was walking through treacle, and every day it got worse and worse. No money coming in, lots of money going out, because we had used our savings to go with this guy. He was not cheap. This was an expensive business investment, but I was going to get the money back. The trouble was that with the difficulties that arose for me, he wasn't interested. All of that support, all of that training, all of that help disappeared through the cracks. So did my money. And I began to get very demoralized because the business was just going nowhere. And the more that I did it, the more I realized that I had, again, two choices. Do I just let it go? Do I just leave the money behind and walk away? Or do I teach myself to do what I loved, which was working with people, going back to my roots, which was as a business coach? That's what I'd originally trained in. And I found myself picking up skills that I didn't even know existed. I found myself loving social media. which to my children's dismay saw me out there on videos and all sorts of things, and I couldn't really believe it. But I was loving it. I found myself talking about what I truly believed in, which is that if you've got a passion to serve, your life changes, and so does that of your clients. And I found myself attracting people because I started to talk about those fake gurus out there who charge a lot of money to teach things, and then they disappear through the cracks when the problems arise. Yes, they were successful. Yes, they lived in big mansions. Yes, they had 3 cars. Yes, they went on big holidays. But did they look after their clients? No, they did not. And the more I talked about it, the more I attracted people to me and discovered that I was far from alone. There was a lot of people out there who had invested in the wrong people, particularly during lockdown. And they were coming to me for help. So here was I, desperately trying to raise money, running a business I hated, that felt like I was walking through quicksand even, and at the same time, helping a lot of people for free, running a charity and helping other people set their businesses up, go out there and make themselves some money. And I realized at the beginning of 2022 that was crazy. Why did I not run a business doing the thing that I loved and the thing that people were asking me to do? So I changed overnight and I set up our community, Succeed from the Start, which is a business community. And I started to bring into it services that people enjoyed, that people needed, that people wanted. And as I did it, that business community grew with me. As I grew, it grew. As I grew, my clients grew. As I grew my members, as I grew my business, their business grew. So I just want to share with you the 5 things, the 5 steps that changed everything, and that is now changing everything for my own clients. It's called the Heart Message Multiplier, the reason being that the heart message is hugely important. If you believe in what you do, if you are convicted that what you do will change lives, that what you do will serve people truly, then your business can change overnight. So the first thing that you need to do is discover what that message is. What is it that you are most passionate about? What is it that you know will change lives? Whether that's a product that you're selling. One of my business partners, she sells a product that really helps people's health improve. So it's a product alongside a service, or it's a service that you offer, whether it's well-being or whether it's business, whatever it is. Do you believe in it so much that nothing will stop you selling it? Nothing will stop you serving people with that thing. So the first thing is identifying what that is. And I call that your magic, because that is truly something that is unique to you. Even if the service that you apparently sell is sold by that person over there and that person over there, it's your brand of magic that will change lives. It's your brand of magic that will draw people towards you, as long as you know how to talk about it, and as long as they know how to feel it through you. So that's the first thing. We need to identify what that message is. And if you're here today for any length of time and you want me to help you just unlock that magic, just come and talk to us at our stand, which is 143, because that's my passion. My passion is unlocking yours. So if you're not sure what it is, come and have a chat. The next thing that you need to do is to, just click this. The next thing you need to do is to discover how to use the magic that's inside of you, how to use that heart message. I call it a drumbeat message as well, because the thing is, once you start really getting into the rhythm of the purpose behind what you do, it becomes like a drumbeat. It's almost like the heartbeat of your client picks up your heartbeat. It hears that message that you're sending out and it resonates with it. So it's using it to make you stand out from the crowd. And now our clients spend some time right at the beginning of their journey getting totally clear on that. And what we create together is it's a membership handbook. It's a business handbook. And it outlines their values, the reason why they're doing what they're doing, and the results that they will help you to achieve. It's hugely important, and it's my biggest selling step forward that I made for my business, because every person, before they come into a sales call with me, will have received my membership handbook. So they know what I stand on, they know what I believe, they know why I believe it, they know a little bit about my story, and before they come in that room, they've already said yes. That, for me, massively game-changing, I can tell you, because sitting on the other side of the table now, I'm not selling. There's no way that I'm selling. I don't follow a sales script. I have none of that. All that NLP that you get tricked in with, that you get pulled in with, that you've got to persuade somebody across the line with, doesn't happen, because the person sitting there already knows who I am, what I believe, and why I do what I do. So getting that message clear, refining it and honing it for social media, because to be honest, none of us can run a business these days without it. Love it or hate it, social media is here to stay. You just need to find the right platform for your business and the right voice to use to entice and to attract people to hear you. We want to help you to stand head and shoulders above the crowd. People need to find you. It's not about you going out there finding them. It's about them finding you because you stand head and shoulders above the crowd. Hugely important. The next thing we need to do is multiply that message. We've got to go out there and share it more widely. There are strategies, tips and tricks that you can use to get people to start listening to you. And a lot of that has to do with your comfort in social media. It has to do with your comfort on the camera. And if you're not there yet, don't worry, because again, we can help you do that. And there's loads of people out there that can help you do that, not just me, but I love helping people to do that. My husband was a great one on the camera. He would look anywhere but at the people. So if you were watching him on the other side of the screen, he's like this over here or down or like this. Now he's a teacher, he's a speaker. Put him on a stage, he's fantastic. Put him on a camera, honestly, completely hopeless. So I actually had to get him to have some coaching to be able to speak to people through the screen, because it's a different medium. But once you're comfortable with it and once you're happy to go out there, there are all sorts of strategies that will put you in front of your ideal client. The point being that your ideal client needs to feel served by you. They need to feel honored by you. They need to feel valued by you. Using the camera in the right way allows your potential client to come towards you, to find you, to reach out to you, and in other words, to leave for you the selling behind. To put behind you the days of when you're searching for your clients, because they are finding you. That's hugely exciting, and it's hugely releasing too. Then we need to create your magnet. So you're multiplying your message, you're going out there, people are seeing you, people are recognizing you, people now know what you stand for. People now see that you believe in what you're talking about, you believe in what you're selling. This is not just a gimmick. This is not just a way to fill your bank balance, much as you want to, and there's nothing wrong with it, by the way. There's nothing wrong with filling your bank balance up. But if you are only interested in your bank balance, you will send your clients that way. Because they actually hear it, they feel it, they see it. They know when you're desperate. They know when you're sitting there thinking, please buy from me. Please sign on the dotted line. I need that money. I've got to pay my bills. If that's what's behind your sales call, people will walk away because they know, they recognize it. Something's got to change. If those people are not saying yes to you, something has to change. And that thing is discovering the magic inside of you that will enable those people to realize that you care more about their success than you care about your own. And it's not because you don't want to earn. It's not because you want to run a charity. It's because you genuinely want to change lives. There are things that you can do to create that moment when people will say yes. And the next thing is creating a magnet that draws them towards you. Now, for us, that's our transformational workshops. We go out there and we serve our clients for free, running a workshop that will change their life in a tangible way that night. So that even if they don't see us, they never meet us again, and they never work with us, they'll remember the workshop that we ran. Something will have changed that night that was tangible. It has to be tangible. It has to be something that they can look back on and say, I never knew that. That's amazing. I'm going to try it. I'm going to walk away, and even if it's just one thing, I am going to do it. And it's going to change how I sell my business. It's going to change my well-being. Whatever it is that you're selling, they're going to go away from that workshop transformed in such a way that the next time they see your name or the next time they see your workshop, they're going to want to come. Maybe you're then running a mastermind. Maybe you're then running a coaching program. Maybe you're selling a service. They're interested because you already gave them a life change. You already did something for them that meant something that they could take hold of and walk away with. It's a gift. Now, there's different kinds of magnets. We all know about lead magnets, but a magnet has to change somebody's life if they're going to walk into your room and say yes to you and buy your service. Why should they do it? And this was a bugbear for me. Why should they do it just because I say that I'm good at it? We wouldn't employ a decorator if we didn't have some kind of an idea and we've seen their service, we've seen what they do. If somebody just knocked on the door and said, can I come and decorate your house for you? Well, you might say, well, you can decorate my toilet and I'll see how that goes. But you're not going to let them decorate the whole house. Why should we think as a business owner that that's anything different? We need to give a change away in order to attract the person back. Once we've worked on that magic, on that magnet that you've created for your business, it's got to be appropriate for your business. The next thing that I believe changes businesses, it certainly changed mine, was to create a membership. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, well, I'm not running a membership model. I don't want to run a membership. It sounds like too much hard work. You're not talking about a Facebook group, for goodness sake, are you? I've already a member about 3,000 of those, and I never go to any of them. How many of us do that? Life is changing. People need to feel that they belong. The person who cares about you will be the person that you want to be with. And so there are all sorts of membership communities out there. It doesn't have to be an expensive membership community. It just needs to be a place of belonging where the person you save feels safe, feels cared for, feels valued and appreciated. It could be something where just once a week you're doing a question and answer session. Once a month you're doing a mastermind for 3 hours. Maybe you're allowing them to sell their services. Maybe they just get to come to networking events. The point is, it's a membership community that has some kind of an investment from them. Not a huge investment, just an investment. They are signing up to be part of your membership. This is a life-changing, game-changing opportunity to get your business bringing income in from the ground up. It also gives you an opportunity to sell your services at a higher level because they've already said yes. They've already put their hand up. They've said, you've got something of value, not quite sure where it's going, don't know how long I'll stay. You're not signing them in for 3 years, by the way. This is not a trick to get them putting in that direct debit that they never remember to cancel. This is about taking the money, whatever amount you decide, and giving them value, true value, where little changes happen during that membership. This changed my business overnight. And when I started my membership community, all I knew that I could do was I could bring people together, I could listen to their business ideas, and I could tell them whether they were going to be successful or not. I could care about what they cared about. I could care about their success even more than they did, particularly on the dark days when they thought they were going to fail. I could listen. And that's all I had on offer to begin with. But gradually I began to listen, find out what they needed, and bring those services in so that today my members have all their digital marketing provided for them. They have VA services to look after them. They have support with all their social media. I sit with them, I work out what their workshop should be. I become their secretary in the room when they're running their workshop. I become the person in the chat box and say, oh, there's Angela, she'll help you. Just put your questions in the chat and she'll look after you. They feel like that I'm their secretary. They feel like they're the expert in the room because they are. They are. They are selling what they do best. They're the expert and I'm the support. And now I've got other people who will also help me. So not just me, otherwise I'd be completely... Well, I'd have to work 168 hours a week and I don't think I'm capable of doing it. But to begin with, it was just me doing it. And I loved it. I still love it. I love finding that magic for my members and getting them in front of the right people. I love seeing them light up when they see the change that they're making for people. Your membership community, as I say, doesn't have to be a hugely expensive thing, and you don't even need to know all the answers. You don't even need to know what your clients need yet. You just need to know the first step that you can offer that is a step ahead of where they're at the moment. And you listen to them, and you work alongside them, and you bring the other skills alongside you. So today, we've gone from £49 a month to £125 a month because that's the value that's there. I have to say, to be honest, there's a lot more value there for the time that they get and the help they get. But what my members get most of all as well is the collaborative community. Communities are they are more than the icing on the cake now because people feel isolated. People feel alone. The solopreneur, the business, the coaches, the small businesses, it's such a hard job running a business on your own. I mean, how many of us have felt like we're spinning plates all the time? We're trying to do this, we're trying to do that, we're trying to bring this in. We wear ourselves out. And we can't run a business on empty. And your clients, whatever kind of business you do, your clients cannot either be on their own. They need the support around them. This world has changed. We don't have the family communities anymore. We don't have the little villages anymore, although, I live in a little village. There's a community there. There's a spirit of support there. People need it. People are feeling more and more isolated because of the way the world is changing. By establishing your own membership, you're giving them a place of belonging. You're saying, I care more about you than about your money. I care more that you succeed with my support, and I'm willing to give you that support at a price that you can afford. And as your members start to trust you, you then offer the next service and the next service that you're truly capable of because you're truly capable of changing lives. But why should they allow you to even try if they don't trust you? Business has to be about trust. And that trust has to come from the ground up. If your clients trust you with the small things, they'll trust you with the big things. They will buy your biggest services as they get to know you and they see the value in what you do and the changes that you can help them make. If you want to do that, if you want to either book a call so that I can just help you uncover your magic, then I'm more than happy to give you that for free, because that's truly what gives me joy, is working with people to find out what is the magic that will make them stand out from the crowd, that will make their lives change and the lives of their clients change. And I'll tell you something else. As you get those people trusting you, as you get those people coming into your business and listening to you and learning from you, what you learn yourself and how you grow yourself is incredibly enriching. My life from 3 years ago, where my life savings had gone down the drain with somebody that I couldn't trust, to being the person that people trust, it's magic. That's my magic. And you've all got magic inside of you, which I would love to help you uncover and get out there for the world. So I'm here to answer questions, and as I say, if you want to book a call with me, I will gladly help you discover your magic so that you can get it out into the world and let your business grow from small things to huge things. Thank you very much for listening.